And now I have to tweet it. Yeah, okay. I should really have my links preloaded before I said I'm streaming. Um, I love when I can't even think about what I'm gonna say. While we're here, oh yeah, I need to have, want to have this open. I mean, I have it open in OBS, but I also want to have it open in my browser just in case. I wanted to do another stream because it's been forever, and I should try to do them more. I don't know. That might feels like it might be a good idea. I don't know. So here we are. I don't know how long this will be. I'm gonna try to do an hour at least. Um, but am I doing? I have an idea of what I want to draw, so I'm just gonna kind of do that. And I don't know. We'll go from there, I guess. Technically, I kind of already started what I wanted to do with this, but I didn't like how that turned out, so I also don't even know if many or anyone will watch, so whatever. I don't know. Again, it's to get me better used to it. I'm not doing music this time because when I listened to the VOD of the first one, it was bad of how loudly it was mixed, and I did not realize it. And then last time I tried, it also seemed like a headache. So I'm just gonna have music going on my own, but it is muted. Oh wait, is that? Okay. It's just showing that the desktop audio is taking it, but it's not actually broadcasting it good. Because yeah, I feel like it's more of a pain than anything. And this is already not turning out how I want it. I'm listening to Silent Hill music because I've been playing F, and that game's really good. This looks too squished for Brooke's face. No, I normally draw her too. But thing is, I want to try to have quote unquote sprites of her, like, you know, talking to a character in a visual novel style. So I'm trying to do that. Like, at first, I need to get the base of how this will exactly look, and then we'll go from there, I guess. Give different expressions or whatever. Sometimes I feel like I go so long without actually drawing her normal face that it feels weird to draw her normal face again. Because we're currently in, she's been wearing a mask for months now, and I'm like, oh, right. She has a nose and mouth. So my hand is hurting. Great. Just gonna check one thing real quick. Okay, it's going fine. Oh, that's why the nose is fucked up. Oh wait, why did I draw the eyelashes on the eyebrows? That's weird. That looks off. Meh. Yeah, I'm gonna... Can I see it in here? Hopefully that won't. Oh, here it is. This is what I was doing the other day, and that's how it was turning out. I feel like this looks better than this one. But there's also something off about it that I can't really quite nail down. I don't want it to be direct face on because I feel like, I mean, I don't know. It's too easy and too boring. Though it's not like I don't do this angle all the time also. Because it's also easy. God, my hand is not happy with me right now. Oh, I just had a moment where I was like, wait a second. Because I'm drawing the hood of her hoodie slash jacket. I don't know which will be on this one, but I was like, wait a second. I didn't draw the hood recently and how I've been drawing her. And then I'm like, that, you dumbass, it's because she has her hood up. You dumbass. You did draw the hood. It was up. Ugh. God. I'm not gonna lie. I am excited to be towards the end of the fight and be like, okay, we could do new stuff now because I am stupid and don't plan things out. Now I feel like things have gone very long in this chapter and I'm like, okay, let's move forward. Let's move forward in the story. Like I really changed the dynamic for the fight like several times and I'm just like, what am I doing? I am so bad at this. something about this is wrong. Um. Hmm. I mean, like, ideally, I'm thinking, okay, like, if we're looking at this, like, I made this 920 by 1080 so I could, like, think about it. If there's a text box here, and this is a visual novel, you know, she would be here, likely. Hmm. 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 Blum. Her nose is too high. Something about the way this is turning out doesn't exactly look like her, but I also like it more. I think it's because the eyes are too small. Yeah, that's a little better. Mm-hmm. Let's not do the jacket yet. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Hmm. I do find it funny that, like, so I'm pretty sure when I was originally like, okay, I want to have this character, like, what should she look like? I defaulted to short hair because I like drawing short hair. I think like short hair of this length is cool. Um, I like a lot of characters that have hair this long, and a good number of my OCs have hair like this because I'm like, wow, that character looks cool. Let me draw this. Um, um, and I made it brown because I'm like, well, I should have it darker because my hair is lighter, so I not like me. And then I was like, oh, she looks like Max Caulfield. Oh well. I do love Max a whole lot. I really think like sometimes I wouldn't like I don't put like Life is Strange 1 as like this is one of my favorite games ever. I mean it is, but it's also not like I don't think it would ever end up in my top 10 games ever, but I do think that like Life is Strange season 1 is some of the most like I have felt like, oh, this is just like a person. Like I don't like I know that game has some quirks with its writing and like about like oh it's adults writing teenagers and they're not good at it, but like that sure freaking resonated with me when I played it. And I also uh I really liked Double Exposure last year. I thought that game was uh really good. In some ways that were really surprising. Like I think it fails in some ways and also kind of sets it does some stuff that like I don't know if they'll be allowed to make another game, which because I think that studio has had some layoffs and stuff, and I don't think it's sold super well if I remember reading right, and that bums me out because they started doing some stuff and I'm like, are we really doing this? I don't know how to feel about this, but I'm also like I think they did such a fucking and I'm like gonna say fuck and I'm gonna say frick. They did such a good job in that game of like Max Caulfield had to go through some shit a long time ago in her life. Like I think it is it 10 years in game? I can't remember exactly. It's like, been like 6+ years at least. Um I'm pretty certain. And that fucked her up bad. And the game is a meditation on like what that did to her, like who she is as a person. And I think it is, as someone who really loves Max as a character, I was really enamored with it. And it also does some extremely, like, there's one thing in that game that really, like, one of the most, like, I did a choice and then there was a consequence for it that, like, I was, like, later was like, wow, I would never have seen this coming. And it makes so much sense to me now. And God, I did a fucked thing. And, I think our faces, I think it was really like, wow, okay, yeah, that makes total sense. And wow, I'm an asshole, or I've made Max an asshole, and it was really good. Um, but I also think that game does some stuff where I'm like, okay, um, yeah, I don't know, and it bums me out because I have not gone to talk about that game's ending with anyone yet because I don't know anyone that's also played it, and it's like, god damn it, I need someone to play this freaking video game, please. Sorry. So is that the right angle? I don't think so. No. Or is it? Drawing at this angle with the far shoulder can be really hard sometimes. Give my hand a rest for a few seconds because it is twinging at me. I beat Silent Hill F yesterday. I think that game's really cool. I don't care for a couple things, like mainly just like they put you in a couple gauntlets towards the end, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to fight. Like there's a couple parts where they like, hey, you need to do this thing, like go fast through this area, and but here's a we're gonna spawn a mini boss, and you have to fight it, and then you have to fight it again, and then you have to fight it again, and I did not enjoy fighting that enemy, and so I was really just like, okay, I've done this, we can move on now. Um, like I think they do some interesting stuff with the combat in that game, like giving you a counter, um, but like it's a little finicky at times. Um, but like I don't know, it was fine because I was playing on story difficulty, and so the I like was never like, oh, I'm gonna run out of weapons or health. Um, except for like the final boss, I was like, okay, I've used most of my first aid kits. Um, but when I was like, okay, time to do New Game Plus, I'll switch. You know, I made the puzzle difficulty the hardest because I started on the hard difficulty for puzzles and the story difficulty for action, and I was like, okay, let's bump each of these up, and for New Game Plus, and I was doing okay on action until I hit the first real boss. That wasn't like a mini boss, and I died like 7 times. Like, okay, some of those where I'm like I got hit like twice immediately and had half my health drained, and I'm like, I'm just gonna let myself die because this feels like crap, and it did. I don't know what was different the first time I played it because I played it the first time, and I felt like I dealt with that. I did deal with that boss very easily, um, and this time it was just like something about this difficulty really messed with me. Even when I toned it down, it felt harder than I remembered it being. Uh, it was not. I did not enjoy it, and so I was going to be like, I'm gonna platinum this game and get and you know beat it on the hardest difficulty and all that. And then I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do that actually. I want to see some of the other endings, but I don't. I really like that wasn't even on the hardest difficulty where I was struggling with that. I'm like, I cannot imagine doing this on Lost in the Fog. Nope, never mind. Bye. See ya. So that was a bummer, but I still want to see the other endings, at least a couple of them. Um, I am happy I realized I'm like the only I'm only was like looking at the release calendar for stuff, and I'm like, oh, I only really want to get 2 games at launch like the rest of the year, and those are Demon School, which I've been excited about for a while, um, and was delayed because of Silk Song, so I hate Silk Song, and Metroid Prime. I do want to play like Octopath Zero looks cool, and I played Octopath 2 last year, and I think that game's incredible and has maybe my favorite turn-based battle system ever, maybe. At least like in terms of like a traditional JRPG, not like a strategy game or anything like that. But um, Zero is also a different thing, where it's like like you can create your character, and I'm like, okay, that's all right, but I think basically all the characters in Octopath 2 having their own stories and stuff were incredibly well voice acted, and it felt good playing as all of them. And this one, it's just like, you're a silent protagonist, and I'm like, okay. I mean, sure, it's a JRPG. Like, I've played plenty of games like that, but and enjoy a great many of them. Also, this hair is not doing it. But I don't think I'm like the more time that from the initial reveal, I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna play this game at launch, especially because it is launching the same day as Metroid Prime 4, and uh, I've been waiting for that longer, and I really want to play that game. It looks really good. Um, Especially because I don't like, I can't do 2D Metroidvanias. Something about those games does not click with my brain. I can't do it. I've beaten Metroid Fusion twice. I beat it the first time and I was like, this was not fun. Like, I think that game conceptually is incredible. I love the story. I love what they're doing with the X Parasite. Like, all that stuff is so cool to me. But when I play it, I'm just like, oh, this does not feel good. But, and then, like, 5 years later, which was like, I think a year or two ago, I was like, man, Metroid Fusion's so cool. I didn't like it that first time, but I should try to play it again. And then I was playing it and I'm like, this is cool. This is all right. And then I got to this one boss. I'm like, oh right, I hated this boss. And then I hated it the rest of the game, but I still beat it because I think Metroid's so cool. But I don't like playing it. It bums me out so much. And I can't that translates over to, like, what did I try playing? There was some Metroidvania I tried playing and I'm like, this is a bad video game because I just can't. Something about 2D platformers, especially, I am like bad. Like, if it's not a 2D Mario, like, something about it does not work with my brain. Um, Unless it's like a freaking licensed game I played on my Game Boy Advance in the mid aughts, because I played a lot of licensed games on my GBASP, and I like those games. The first video game I ever played was freaking Jimmy Neutron Rescue Jet Fusion, which was not a real adaptation of the of that of that episode at all, which is funny. I like her head in this one, but I just don't think the body's turning out right. I mean, if anything, this side might be okay. Oh. Hmm. 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 No. I'm also bad at drawing boobs. I still can't do it. I gotta change my music. One sec. Instead of Silent Hill 2 music, I'm gonna listen to Silent Hill 3 music. 2 games I have not played. I really, conceptually love, um, Silent Hill as a franchise. I'm like, this is the coolest thing, except, I just haven't played them. Except for Shattered Memories and now F. I have beaten both of those. Shattered Memories is really cool. That game's great. Um, and now F, I think, is also really great. Hmm. I can't even remember, like, You ever just go like, how do boobs look? That thing that I see people have all the time. Like, how do you draw those? Oh, you do it like this. Poorly. Got it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I was like, what is this thing? And then, like, oh, right. I mean, well, also, eyes more. Banana. Banana. Hmm. 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 Bum, 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 bum. Staring at myself like, how do tank tops look? How do those go around a person again? Again, the thing I look at myself wearing almost every day. Hmm. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, I feel like this is a good start, at the very least. Maybe doing that'll help it. It kind of helps it sell it. Though maybe the problem is that. Hmm. I feel like that looks both better and worse because, like, I think maybe it's just that I use thicker lines on this, so I need to just kind of even it out. Hmm. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. I'm always worried about making our boobs look too big because they're not big. It's just not where it's like, oh, this person has cleavage. But I'm bad at drawing, so. But yeah, I guess going back to earlier, I'm happy I'm not buying a ton more games the rest of the year because I have already bought too many things I haven't finished. Like I want to so badly get back to finishing the 100 line because I think that's probably going to be my game of the year, but I still have a third of the endings to get. I mean, like I've quote unquote I've beaten that game. I've dropped 100 like 20 hours into it. I have beaten it. But I need to see all the endings. I need to because that game is insane. It is wonderful. It is batshit crazy. It also I think I said this last time I did this stream, but um, the fact that they did what if we did Nagito from Danganronpa 2 again, but what if he was good? As in, I think he was. I don't like Nagito. I both hate him. Like, it's not even a. I love to hate him. I'm just like, I just hate him. Like, I don't like Nagito. I'm sorry. Um, but other character, I almost said the name of, but I'm like, I shouldn't say that. But other character in 100 Line who reminds me of Nagito so much fucking better. Do I hate them too? Sometimes, yes, but I'm also like, oh my god, y'all fucking were writing with this dude. It's incredible. Game of the year. Maybe I need to make this. Ow. Probably go another like 20 minutes so we get to an hour. And then I should probably start planning out the next page because I'm hoping to have that out Saturday, but probably not. I don't know yet. Again, I haven't even started it because I just fly by the seat of my pants with this goddamn thing. Which is probably not a good way to do it, but oh well. Also, my feet are cold, even though I have them currently under a hoodie. I thought about having my blanket on my desk, but I was like, I'm streaming, I shouldn't. That might rustle too much. But now my feet are freezing. I almost wonder if it should slant more like this. I mean, Not that pointy, but... Just got a bad feeling in my mouth. Ugh. That was not... That felt gross. You know what, actually, the problem is this should be leaner, too. And then I need to figure out this should be more like this. Because that is how boobs are shaped, more like that. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. I just want to throw some shading on there because I want to right now. Make it feel a little more lived. Oh, I just forgot I was gonna make a joke on today, the like end of today's page, and I forgot. Oh, well, I could do it in the future. It just would have been most relevant on that page. It was because everyone was like, you should do the Akira slide, because I said I was going to resist doing it. Mainly I wanted to resist doing it because I'm like, oh, everyone does that. I should avoid my impulses. And also try not, because I'm going to butcher it probably really bad. Because I don't know how to draw. But everyone was like, you should make Caleb do it. I'm like, okay. Or well, I said I was going to resist having Caleb do it. I almost had Brooke do it during this chapter, except sliding just on the floor on water, which I think would be cool. Yeah, this is looking better. I feel like this is looking alright. Let my fingers rest for a few seconds. Well, I do need to fix the bangs. Also these. Oh, maybe these look okay for now. I feel like I change how bangs look all the time. I mean, I did use the time skip to give her bangs again that were proper instead of the just one big one in the middle. Because I was like, I fucked this up so bad. Let's have a couple months go. I mean, I was going to do that anyway, but like, let's have a couple months go by and then she'll just have normal bangs again. Yeah, it's kind of better, I guess, for now. No. Meh. Slim that a little bit. That might be bending her arm too much. It was better when it was slack. Yeah, I like that. That is better. Yeah, this is a good start. And then, yeah, better than that. Thing is, if I want this to be a sprite, like, I gotta have a good number of, I'm gonna have to do a lot of folders and stuff. I think I can start off by, this one will be her head. Wait, can you, if I do, I've never done this. If I put a folder, like, can you make, oops, no, not that. Okay, you can make folders within folders. I don't use folders much because, I mean, when I do the comic, like, when you make a panel, it just makes a folder in itself, and that's very easy. But this is not that, so normally I just have, like, where can I, well, I don't really have anything open. Usually I just have, like, I use red to denote outlines, and then, like, the next one below it'll be the shadows, and then the one below that will be the color, and then anything else will just kind of just be in there. But, and then it's like, and if, like, okay, there's these three, and then, like, there's the next one, like, here's another red to denote another line layer. But this is kind of different because it will be a sprite, so might be too thick. But we'll see, I don't know. Oops. Anything is this is only the first part of it, you know. If I want to, like, I want to draw one with her head turned, that would be another. I'd have to build off the sketch, but I just want to do the line work. I think I just want to do a full one for now before we end. Da da dum 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 dum. Oops. Sorry, I went to click something. Okay, oh well, this one should just be her head. And then within this should be another folder for... Oh, I think my music ended. Oh, well. I gotta put on something different anyway. Like, so this layer would, or this folder is the head layer, and then these will be expressions in this one. Yeah, those will be different expressions, but this will be the head, or at least this head. Yeah, that looks good. And this, I need her skin. Sometimes I think about, like, I made her so pale. Like, oh well. Wait, no, not that one. Like, oh well, that happened. We roll with it now. I mean, she's like me, she's pale, but I don't know. I really should just be doing this. I don't do this often enough. I also have the fun thing where my tablet is slightly discolored from actual stuff. Like, thankfully, like, this looks richer on the desktop screen, and so like, you know, by virtue all the other screens, I hope, but on my actual on my tablet display it looks even paler. Oh wait, shit, those should not be on this layer, that should be on this layer. Oh wait, but that would I didn't think about that. Well, can I do this? Well, that won't work. Maybe. Maybe I won't have these in files. Maybe it'll be like this. And I'll just have to remember. Whatever, that's how we're going to deal with it for now. I'm not good at things. I really wonder how many times I've just drawn her in this pose. It's got to be thousands at this point, right? And it will be a million by the time the comic's over. Ugh. Okay, actually it should be here, right? Yeah. It is always weird to like look at my older art and be like, wow, I used to draw her so differently. And just I'm learning as I go on and do different things. Like how I used to, one, like shadows were on the same layer as color and I just made it a darker one. That was a bad idea. It didn't contrast nearly as well and I wasn't doing it that well. And then the time where I would just like the color, like the shadow be like this, where it's just like, oh, it's a darker thing, but that's like doing like this shade of purple, like contrast. It's like, it's a cooler one, so it doesn't, I guess, exactly work in all contexts, but I think it looks better. I mean, it contrasts more is the thing, I guess, so and that's what I want, so. Oh shit, this is the... Wasn't thinking that I did that. I'll figure this out on my own at some point. But for now, at least, I did a decent drawing of her. It sometimes feels like a real struggle to do, so. Yeah, I was about to save it, but then I was like, I don't know what file's going to open, and that might show spoilers. Or, like, what, folder I will open, and that could show spoilers. So, oh, I should not do that. That shows I am... I still have some juice left. Yeah, I should leave it off there, because my hand is cramping enough that it's a bit of an issue. Well, yeah, if you watch the VOD, thank you for watching and for reading the comic. I assume you do anyway, because why else would you be here? But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, thank you. I will do this again at some point. I don't know when at this point, but we'll see. Maybe next time I'll try to give more warning and stuff, but yeah, okay. Bye.